What's up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with my co-host Heather C. So last night, 90 Day Fiance, season 9, the OG season. We're on episode 3. We're at 3 episodes in. There's still a couple we haven't met yet. There's also no Guillermo and Cara last night. So if you guys were tuning in for that, you did not get any new information on them. But we did see a familiar face last night. Ariella and Biniam. And I know my co-host has a special relationship with Ariella. She's a fan. And all of the people who watch my podcast know that I am not a fan. So we are going to talk about Ariella, right? So I know that Heather likes her and she feels like her story is interesting. And you're one of the few this season. So we learned that Ariella, 3 months after giving birth to her son, filled out a K1 visa application. Unbeknownst to us, we were watching the show, we were watching her on the other way. None of us had any idea. And now visa is approved and Biniam is actually coming to America within 3 days. And he hasn't told anyone in Ethiopia, not his friends, not his family, not his sisters. Mimi and Wish are completely unaware until the night before. And this is the scene that led up to wine in the face for Ariella. So tell me your side, because you already know what I'm going to say about Ariella in this situation. So tell me how you feel.
I mean, I don't even know why I'm a fan because she screams privilege, but I think that's why I like her. Like, she is just like, no matter what she says or does, she really doesn't care. And as long as it benefits her. So it's like, I'm the complete opposite of that because I'm really like caring person. So I think I'm intrigued with people that just like are heartless and just don't seem to care. But no, I like their storyline and I was rooting for them. I don't know. I thought it was a little harsh that she got the drink thrown in her face because it was more so Biniam's fault that, the sisters were not, on board with the whole moving situation. Like, she even told him, she was like, why would you wait so long to tell your family and your friends? And then she said, you know what? I'm leaving it on you. You know them better than I do. And if you think that this is better, then it's better. So I don't know. I think that they were a little harsh on her. The drink was not necessary. Even though you think it was not necessary. The sisters are rude and they don't have the place to be acting crazy. And I know that they're just sticking up for their brother and everything, but they could be part of the reason why their relationship won't work out in the end. And that's sad because they need to take their son into accountability. But that's just my opinion.
I do think the drink in the face was not for this particular situation. This was what the sisters wanted to do. And I feel like they used this reason and situation to throw the drink in her face because technically she didn't have any control over whether or not he told them or not. But I feel like the animosity built up. And when they realized that she was taking him away from them, they saw this as an opportunity. Well, I'm going to finally throw this drink in her face. And I kind of feel like that's how it went down. So I'm kind of agreeing with you there. She might not have deserved it for that particular situation, but I can't say she didn't do some things that she didn't deserve a drink in the face for, but that's for another day. So let's talk about Eve and Muhammad, right? So Eve picks up Muhammad from the airport and he speaks great English, by the way. So I'm already super impressed with everybody on this season. You guys are so intelligent, bilingual. I don't have to read the screen, no translators. Like, guys, this is amazing. I'm so impressed with all of you. And she brings him home to the house and he is kind of disappointed that she didn't install the bidet. Because in his country, they have to be very clean. When you go before God, I believe they pray about 5 times a day. Be very clean when you go each time to God. And he feels like toilet tissue isn't enough. So I feel like she did a lot to prepare the house for him. And he's like, oh, well, you'll get it done. I know you'll figure it out. And I feel like he's going to be a very dependent person, right? He's going to expect a lot out of her. And I'm wondering if she has that to give, right? Because she has a son who needs a lot of her time and attention due to his condition. And I just don't know if she really has the time for a 25-year-old son as well. I feel like He's looking for a mom. He's looking for someone to take care of him. And I don't believe that that's something that she's going to have time to do. She has her own practice. She has her own business. She's an independent woman and she works during the day. And what do you think is going to happen? Because his expectation of what is going to happen is going to be so different from what he gets.
Well, first of all, I want to say I really like Eve. I'm rooting for her. I think that she is a great person. I mean, the fact that, she takes on the responsibility of, being head of household and takes care of her son and still tries to maintain her life and happiness. She still has time for girls' night. And I love that. You know what I mean? I'm really, really rooting for her. I think that I do agree with you as well. I do think that they really are great with their speaking and their English.
Right?
I think that he's a little quirky because he's like, I want somebody that could be like my mom. So I hope that that means like somebody like my mom, like, that will take care of the household, that will take care of me, my kids, whatever. Not so much like be my mom and ground me, so to speak. So hopefully there's just like a language barrier with that. But
Okay.
I think if the only thing she's missing is the bidet, I think she's doing okay. I mean, like that's something that they could probably install together. I know we have one super quick, took like, not that long to install. So but yeah, I really want to keep seeing their story and see how it unfolds.
I do too. I want the best for Eve. I don't know if Muhammad's the best for her, but she looks really happy. When she picked him up, she was very happy. They both looked super happy, and he loved the idea that he was free. He could show affection in public, because he's not in Egypt anymore. So I'm rooting for them more so because I want Eve to be happy because she deserves it. But I don't feel that he's the right one. But we've met him for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
right? So what do I
You gotta
know?
give
It's
him a
been
chance.
5 minutes.
Gotta
So
give him a chance.
yeah, I gotta give him a shot. At least 2 episodes, right? So let's jump in and talk about Jabri and Miona. So Miona arrives in Rapid City, right? Okay, and I'm not gonna sound stupid here, but I didn't know about Rapid City. Like I've never heard of it before. So she's like,
Okay.
"Oh, I did some research," and I was like, "Good for her for doing a little research before you arrive somewhere, so you know what to expect." Because Jabri's mom is like, "Well, what did you expect? Is it what you thought it would be?" She's like, "Oh, I looked it up online. It's exactly what I thought it would be." And I'm like, "Good for you for not just showing up somewhere and then be like, oh, this is odd." Like she at least looked into it, and Jabri trying to sell Rapid City to her on the ride home was just it was so funny because he's like, "Oh, this is the town ice rink, and this is the town," and she's like, "There's nothing here." And when he said, "What do you mean nothing?" and behind him in the mirror of the car was literally a view of just grass and trees and literally nothing. And I was like, "That's exactly what she means. It's literally nothing here." And he's trying to get her to commit to staying there for 6 to 12 months. And I feel like that's a lot to ask someone with well, first of all, that's a lot to ask someone in Rapid City, South Dakota. Secondly, that's a lot to ask of someone to stay with your parents. That is a lot. Like 2 or 3 months is enough compromise, right?
Yeah, it really is. Like, okay, so first of all, you know me, and this is my favorite couple. I am
Right.
obsessed with Miona. I love her to pieces. Like, I am so her. Like, she is such a city girl at heart, and you can just tell because everything about her is just like glamorous. She likes the hair, the makeup, the clothes, and everything. And I love them together. I think they're so cute. Like, this is one couple that I can generally say that they love each other. I
Yeah,
mean, I watch them outside of the show on social media platforms, and they're so cute. Like, they have mad chemistry. So, but I do feel for her because you could tell she wants to stand by her man, but she also wants to live that city life. So I can't say that I fault her. And his mom and dad were so sweet, but I think like the excessive questions first thing was a little much because she didn't get a chance to really breathe, but she handled the situation very well, considering the fact that she was kind of like, all right, I'm tired. I don't really feel like being, grilled on all this. She didn't let the mom know that her questions bothered her. She waited until she was with him one on one and said,
that's
"Hey,
true.
you know what? Your mom was kind of like, but he agreed with her. So it's not like she was in the wrong on that." So I don't know. I think that he might compromise and let her move to the city. Just a matter of how long will it take? Because I know he really loves her, and I think he just wants to ultimately be with her and make her happy. So I don't know. I think, and the cowboy boots were so cute. I love the pink cowboy boots
Pink
and the
boots.
little hat. So, she's got that mad ponytail, but it was cute. She rocked it. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Is it going to be LA or is it going to be there? I mean, which one is it?
I don't see Miona staying any longer in Rapid City, and I don't blame her. I grew up in the kind of country in the Louisiana area, and I'm a city person. And when she said from the airplane she saw one house surrounded by nothing but woods, and she's like, "What in the world are you doing there? There's nothing around you." That's exactly how I feel. Like if I can't like leave my house and be at Target in like 3 minutes, I live too far from the city. So I totally get that. So I'm hoping that he's able to get his credit score together, as he put it, and he can get her into California where she wants to go. I don't know if LA or San Diego, like what part of California she wants to go to, but they're all pricey. So we're rooting for you guys. I know you guys love each other, and I know that where you live matters, and you have to make sure that your wife is happy. So once they get married, he has to let her live where she wants to live. All right,
Exactly.
guys, that's it for part one. We're going to come back with part two and talk about Kobe and Emily and their situation and whether or not he's going to meet Kobe or not, and also Bilal and his little experiment that went wrong. All right, guys, I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host, Heather C. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you live tweet with us every Sunday night for 90 Day Fiance, and we will talk to you guys really soon.